Hello, students. Welcome back to our classroom. Our first chapter Sensations and Response. In the last class, we discussed about synapse and different types of nerves. Synapse means it is a junction between two neurons, a neuron and a muscle cells, and a neuron and a glandular cells. Today, we are going to learn about brain. Brain. Brain is a central part of the nervous system. It is protected inside the skull. It is covered by a three-layered membrane called meninges. In between meninges and ventricles of the brain, there is a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid, or it is also called CSF. The peculiarity of cerebrospinal fluid is that the fluid is formed from the blood and it is reabsorbed into the blood itself. Next is the function of cerebrospinal fluid. First one, it provides nutrients and oxygen to the tissues of the brain. Second one, it regulates the pressure inside the brain. Third one, it protects the brain from injuries. Next, we will learn the different parts and the functions of the brain. The brain contains parts such as cerebrum, cerebellum, thalamus, hypothalamus, medulla oblongata. Okay, this is the structure of the brain. The brain contains parts such as cerebrum, this one, cerebellum, thalamus, this is the part, thalamus, hypothalamus, below to the thalamus, and this one is the medulla oblongata. So our first topic is cerebrum. This cerebrum contains folds and fissures are present. And here in the cerebrum, outer part is called cortex, which is made up of grey matter, and inner part is made up of white matter, which is called the medulla. Cerebrum is the largest part, which contains folds and grooves are present. Here, outer part is called the cortex, which is grey matter, and inner part is called the medulla, which has the white matter. The function of cerebrum is, it is a center of thought. What all things, thinking, imagination, memory, intelligence, all these things are controlled by the cerebrum. And also it controls the sensational activities, that means seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, all these sensory activities are also controlled by the cerebrum. And here it controls the voluntary movement. What do you mean by voluntary movement? The movement that takes place by our will. That means walking, jumping, all these activities are controlled by our will. That is called the voluntary movement. Second one is the cerebellum. Cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain, and it is seen just behind to the cerebrum. You can see just behind to the cerebrum, we can see the cerebellum. And this cerebellum contains fissures and grooves with two flaps. You can see in the video, two flaps are also seen here. And this cerebellum has another peculiarity. Two functions are controlling by the cerebellum. One is, it coordinates muscular activities. What is the meaning of muscular activities? That means running, jumping, walking, controlled by the cerebellum. And another function is that it maintains the equilibrium of the body. That means balancing of the body is also controlled by the cerebellum. The next one is the thalamus. You can see the position of thalamus is, it is seen just below to the cerebrum. And the peculiarity of thalamus is it acts as a relay station of impulses. That means the main center of impulses is the thalamus. It is the thalamus who sent important impulses to the cerebrum. That's why it is called the relay station. The thalamus acts as a relay station of impulses to and from the cerebrum. Our next part is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus means which is seen just below to the thalamus, and its function is it maintains homeostasis. Homeostasis means it controls all the body activities such as hunger, thirst. Okay, our last part is the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata, which is seen just below to the cerebrum, near to the cerebellum. The shape of the medulla oblongata is rod shape. The function of medulla oblongata is it controls involuntary activities. This means the movement which does not take by our will is called involuntary actions. Examples: heartbeat, breathing, or what all actions taking place internal our body, that is called the involuntary activities. So the function of medulla oblongata is it controls involuntary activities such as heartbeat, breathing, etc. So we discussed about different parts and their functions. Watch this video continuously. This is very important diagram. Don't forget to write its parts and functions in the notebook. Only this much for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.